All right. Namaste. And let's begin with today's practice. So today is going to be quite a bit about maybe the actual aspect of yoga, a bit of a discussion, more of listening maybe, and then we'll go into the asana practice. You can sit comfortably, adjust your posture. Let's center ourselves. And after that, you can either keep your eyes open or closed and listen to whatever I have to share today. So for now, close your eyes and bring your hands in a chin mudra. See how light and easy you can be in the mudra, the position of your fingers, the palm, how it's resting on the knee. And now try to bring that same quality through the whole body, through the legs, the arms. Your back is straight, spine lengthened, chin slightly tucked in. Your face relaxed, the chest open, collarbone, shoulder open, shoulders away from the ears, your belly soft and relaxed so that it can expand when you breathe in, go back in when you breathe out. Now observe the spine from the base of the head all the way to the tailbone. Observe your sitting posture. Right now, is your tailbone pointing backward? Is that the positioning of the buttock? Or is the tailbone pointing downward? Sometimes we may not be able to observe that, which is okay. Make sure your back is straight, buttocks are relaxed. Now bring your attention to your breathing. Observe your natural, effortless breathing. Let it be as it is. Observe what muscles are moving when you breathe in and out. Allow every inhalation to bring an expansion, not just in the area around the lungs, but feel that oxygen permeating through the whole body, bringing a feeling of expansion. And as you breathe out, feel that the carbon dioxide is also being sent out from every cell in the body, released out of the body. You're trying to feel the effect of the breathing on all parts, all corners. Now mindfully, intentionally try to breathe deeper into the belly and out from the belly. Feel that you're allowing the lungs to expand completely and also empty out completely. We are not making an effort for either. We are just allowing it to happen. Allowing the body and the mind to settle down. set an intention to be fully present every moment on the mat. Meaning, being involved in what you are doing and not allowing the mind to go off to the past, to the future. So our constant awareness of what we are doing with the body, what we are doing with the breath, the state of the mind. With our constant awareness on these aspects, we can remain here in the present moment. So with that intention to remain fully present, aware of the body breathing, let us also chant our 3 Omkaras now. Remember to stay open, easy in the body as you exhale and chant. And make sure your mouth is open for the sound to flow out also. Now exhale completely. Take a relaxed, full breath in. Bring your palms together. Start rubbing them actively. And cup your eyes with the center of your palms. Today, you can even move them across your face. Move your palms across your head, neck, shoulders. Gently moving them across all parts of the body. And then cupping your eyes, you can blink them open. I thought it's a good idea to just move that energy through the body, across the body, because you're not starting with the asana practice right away. Today, as I mentioned, we will just talk about the core of what we are trying to do with our yoga practices. So a few minutes of theory as well, discussion. So before yoga, the whole of life, creation, the way it has evolved, from what we hear in the scriptures at least, we know that it started off with one vibration and sound vibrations, light, and then all of the matter emerging. So it was all the 5 elements. Most of nature evolved before life was created. Life in the form of an amoeba, which started off with an amoeba, then moved on to amphibians, reptiles. So first life started in water. So that seed of consciousness started evolving through different species, different beings in creation. And what has been observed is through all of evolution of, say, the animal kingdom, We have moved from water, where there is lesser capability to move, expand. So consciousness, one key aspect is wanting freedom. Freedom, lesser dependency. Now, a fish in water can swim very seamlessly. But let's say you develop other faculties more than swimming, lungs. You want to maybe breathe more, run more, so which you can't do in water. But so that's how evolution happened, that creatures started adapting to feel more free, is what we learn as we read more about the evolution journey. And so along the evolution process, as the spine became more and more straight, it is more of an adaptation to find that freedom. When you're on all fours, you are more dependent on gravity. All your limbs are on the floor. So man right now is known to be the most evolved person with a straight spine. Even man's effort, if you see, man is known to be our mind. We have the rational thinking, analyzing abilities. With all of this, man is only trying to find more freedom. If you look at it, we try to see how we can go beyond our dependencies. Like earlier, we don't know how the caveman lived. If when it is very cold, you are still, having to face the cold and you don't know how to do. But human mind evolved to see what can I do to, become free of that external weather conditions. So we created more of gear, warm clothing, and we couldn't go very far. There was a dependency on, moving from place to place. There was a restriction. We came up with vehicles that could take us farther away. We came up with airplanes which moved us away. So in different ways, if you see, we have tried to question and come up with creative ways of overcoming any restrictions, anything that confines. That's in a broader perspective. Now, that is how evolution happens. You want lesser of dependency, we want more of freedom. And that state of bliss is not being dependent. Now, if you look at the body, suppose something is not comfortable for us, if it's very hot, and if we are reacting to it, we are like, I need the fan, I need this, I'm not able to tolerate this. So that is coming because you're dependent on the outer climate conditions, the weather, to feel comfortable. But a yogi can remain dripping in sweat, sitting as they are. They can remain in the Himalayas, however cold, with a single layer of cloth. So that is what becoming free, becoming independent is. Now, this is at the body level. At the mind level, again, someone is doing something which is not favorable for me, and I'm suffering because of that. That is a dependency, because your joy is coming from something happening outside, or something is very nice, I like it, so now I'm happy. But if that is not there, then I'm sad. Again, you're dependent on that to bring that state of ease. So basically, ease, stability are all aspects of freedom. Lesser the dependency on anything outside in terms of physical or mental state is what makes us also aware of who we really are. So they're all interconnected. So today's practice is going to be about self-reflection, to see, and that is what our practice of yoga should be. Reflecting constantly to see, just on this laboratory of our mat, what is it that is causing a dependency and because of which discomfort in terms of asana practice, and trying to observe where I can reduce that dependency. And same thing with the mind. When you sit in meditation, we struggle sometimes, like you're not able to sit, too many thoughts coming. Maybe the body's dependency is also coming in the way. So one is trying to see how we can overcome the dependency, which is our abhyasa, trying to see what we can modify with self-reflection to come out of that discomfort. Two is vairagya, which is how much of this can I tolerate and not feel that dependency. So it's a balance of both. You cannot say like, yes, I might be being pierced with 100 swords, but I will be equanimous. No. But let's say you're sitting on the mat and there is discomfort in the legs. How much of it can I be okay with, or how long can I be okay with? Now, both these together, Abhyasa and Vairagya together, is what bring us to a state of freedom in the body, freedom mentally, which is where no matter what the external situations, no matter what the physical conditions, the Buddha in the marketplace will still be stable, at ease. So, working towards that, we will try and practice this whole self-reflection. And also that is why this is not a practice. It's not something you understand today and I've like realized it tomorrow. If it has to be a sustained experience of freedom, you have to practice. The yoga, one of the sutras is Satu Dirgha Kala Nairantarya Satkara Adara Asevito Dhrida Bhumihi. The field of your practice should be Satu Dirgha Kala, continuous, Nairantarya, every day. Satkara, with a feeling of love, compassion for the practice. Adara, respect. Asevito, enthusiasm, with that positive energy. So a continuous practice with these qualities is what will eventually lead us to that state of complete freedom, contentment, bliss. This is the path of yoga. Different paths of spiritual progress may have different approaches, but this is what yoga focuses on. Body to release the dependency of the physical environment and anything else that comes up while we are doing the asana practice. Pranayama, even the breathing becomes free no matter what the external challenges of the body and mind. And finally, we look at the mind directly and see how, no matter what is happening, can you stay still. So with that, let us begin our practice. We'll start with warming up the body, and we'll go with very simple postures today. Try to see how to find that freedom in the postures. So let's start with the legs in front. Start moving the toes. Move your ankles, making some rotation. And reverse. And bend your knee. Place your fingers under the thigh, behind the thigh. Keep your back straight. You can lean back a little. Lift your leg. Relaxed breathing. We're just trying to open up the different joints and muscles. Even here, you already have the opportunity to observe. Relax the leg. Bend the other leg. Now observe as you start moving the leg, how much dependency is there on the hand below to support it. Can you remain active in the leg? The touch of the palms becoming lighter. And release the leg. How heavy are your legs on the mat? Can you stay a little active? Bring that lightness in the leg. Now let's start moving the fingers, hands to the front. Make a loose fist with the thumb in, 4 fingers on top. Rotate the wrist. And reverse. And relax. Taking your legs back, let's come into a tabletop position. Your knees are under the hips, your wrists under the shoulders. Spread your fingers. Now check how heavy your palms are on the mat. Can you become a little more active as if you're lifting the shoulder joints? And you're using every muscle in the arm so that the load is all not falling on the wrist. You're gently pressing into your palms as well. Same thing with the legs. Can you be a little active with the hips so that you don't feel all the load on the knees? And now breathing in, look up. Breathing out. Round your back. Try to look at your belly button. Continue with your breathing. All the stretches we do help release any knots, tightness. Bring that aspect of lightness, openness in the body. Finish this round, and as you breathe in, bring your head back to a neutral position and sit back on your heels, looking to the front edge of your mat. Walk your palms and fingers as much as you can, lengthening the spine. Spread your fingers, gently pressing into the knuckles, the palms as you breathe in. Raise your hips, come forward. If you can, take your hips towards the floor, looking up. Breathing out, you round your back. You can push your back outward also and sit back on your heels, taking your head to the mat. Moving with your breath. As you breathe in, coming up. As you breathe out, going back. Two more rounds. Now, the next time you come forward, after you come forward, tuck your toes and go into a mountain. Going back to a mountain. Make sure you're pressing into the base of your fingers, the knuckles. And as you breathe in, keep your toes tucked in only. Just come forward again, the same movement. Breathing out, going back. Two more times. And if it's difficult to go directly, you can place your knees down as a transition between raising the hips up high and taking them towards the floor. Last round. Try to push the heels to the mat when the hips go high. This time, stay in your mountain pose. You can step your feet forward one step. Try to push the heels to the mat. And now, stay light on your palms. Start walking your feet forward. How much ever you can with your palms, with your fingertips on the mat, trying to bring the feet between your palms. It's okay if you have to bend your knees, coming into a forward fold. And now raising your hands up from the side. Come all the way up, lengthen the arms upward. Stay there with your arms raised. Interlock your fingers, flip them upward. Raise your heels towards Tadasana stretch. Feeling that you're stretching all the muscles. Move your attention from the toes, the feet, going all the way up, the torso, the arms, to the fingers. And as you breathe out next, bring your heels down, release your arms, bring them down by your side. Take a few moments, notice how you're feeling. And now, stand with your feet slightly apart. You can take a few more moments to observe. You're still standing tall. Shoulders are open, palms are facing the side of your thighs. Chin slightly tucked in. Now move your attention through all the joints. And feel that as if the joints are just moving up a little bit, upward. The ankles, the knees, the thighs. There's nothing much happening here, but you're just trying to visualize that every part is slightly moving upward, the shoulders, the head, as if someone's gently pulling the head upward with a string. Notice the pressure you feel on the soles of your feet, the effect of gravity. Whenever some part is touching the floor and pressing into it, there is the effect of gravity. But if you move your awareness through the body, you will notice that that effect is not very obvious, or you don't feel it as much. So just by becoming aware of the whole of our body, to a large extent, that feeling of heaviness on the soul starts dissolving. So full body awareness helps to not feel the dependency with gravity. And so when there is lesser of your body touching the floor and the body is more contracted, which means all the parts are together, there is lesser effect of gravity on the body. Now you can open your eyes and open your feet out wide. And then close your eyes. And feel again the effect of gravity on the body. Because the legs are apart, you might feel a little more heaviness in the legs than when you were standing with the feet together. Now again, can you move your awareness through the whole body and see whether you feel that same heaviness? Go to all the parts that are not seemingly participating, your back muscles, the sides of your torso, even your underarms. Just full body awareness. Notice the difference it makes. And now move your attention only to the feet. Keep your attention on the soles, on the pressure there. Let's stay with our attention only there for a few seconds. Notice what happens. Slowly with time, the body starts feeling heavier, heavier. Now try again moving your attention through all the parts, through the legs, buttocks, just like we do the quick scan at the beginning of the class. Observe other sensations in the body. So one key aspect is full body awareness, where you don't feel that heaviness much. Now open the arms out to the side, shoulder level. If you can, keep the eyes closed. Otherwise, you're looking at some point on the floor in front of you, but your awareness is on the whole body. Notice how you start feeling the effect of gravity more now. Where are you feeling the effect? Where do you feel the heaviness, the discomfort? Any posture actually over time will start feeling uncomfortable. Even the easier ones were simpler ones. So just notice. Now first, move your attention only to those points where you're feeling the heaviness. See what happens when you stay there. And when you've noticed that it's becoming more intense, so you're feeling it more uncomfortable, can you move your attention to the other parts now? Maybe start with your nose this time, or the back of the knee. Somewhere where you're not feeling anything. Go through the different parts of the body. And along with going through the different parts, you might notice that even that doesn't help sometimes, because more of the body is spread out. The more expansive in the body, the more challenging it is to move away from gravity or other outside forces. Now what we do, also add the aspect of vairagya. Can you be okay with that discomfort? And how long can you be okay with that for? This also is something that increases over time. With regular practice, you know that there is some phenomena happening in the body. I don't have to react to it or try to identify with it. I can just see it as discomfort in the body. How long can I be that way? Now, can you practice both? That detached observation of the discomfort and also moving your attention maybe to the breathing, maybe simply enjoying the flow of the cool breath in, the warm air out, or observe the whole body. Now slowly bring your arms down, bring the feet together. So yoga actually is about starting with even the simple practices, trying to bring that freedom. Just observe how your body is feeling. When you come back to Samasthiti, when you come back to just the standing posture with the feet together, you will notice a feeling of relaxation. So the more the body is all held together, it seems easier to stay off gravity, which is why all the yoga postures we do are challenging that, so that we can go more and more, becoming more free in all the body parts. Now open the feet out again. We will explore this a little more. Turn the right foot towards the short end of the mat. We'll go into a Virabhadrasana 2. Upper body is still facing the side of the mat. Back foot is slightly turned inward, according to how much is comfortable for you. And now breathing in, open the arms out sideways. Look to the right middle fingertip. And as you breathe out, slowly bend the right knee, the left leg is straight. Look down as you bend. Can you still see the big toe from inside of the knee? If not, maybe your knee is leaning in a bit. See if you can open it out. If it feels challenging, maybe the back foot can go a little more to the front edge of the mat. That way you might be able to open out a little more easily. So adjust the posture. If all the toes are seen from between, maybe the knee is lopsided outward. So bring it back so that the big toe is seen from inside of the knee. And now looking to the front edge, to the fingertip. Do your self-reflection. Notice where you feel the intensity. And remember, this is a laboratory. It's a lab where you are working, figuring out. Suppose if it's too intense where you can't observe the breathing, can't move your awareness, make it a little easier. Bend the knee a little lesser. Start from there. But with practice, you will be able to go down a little more comfortably, hold the pose a little longer. So only you know what's happening internally and find that ease. Now, activeness in the arms. You go to more and more detail, finer observation, you will notice you can hold better. Like the arms feeling tired. See if you can become active in the upper part of the arms, all the muscles on the top of the arms. Just move your attention to those muscles. Even on the back arm, you're not looking at it. But can you move your attention to the muscles on the top of the arm? All the way to the fingers? Can you move your attention on to the muscles on the front of the body? It's just that awareness moving across the body will make the intensity feel lesser. Now, slowly bend that right forearm and place it on the thigh and take the left arm overhead. You can keep it pointing upward or take it close to the ear. Where do you feel gravity acting more? Can you observe the back leg? Move your attention to the side of the torso, even the other side. A little active in the joints, maybe the shoulder joint, will make sure this hand is not pressing into the leg. Bring the feeling that I am internally not affected by what is happening with gravity, however long that is for you. Try to stay relaxed with your belly breathing. When you feel it's uncomfortable, you can come out of the pose. The idea is not to punish the body, but just to keep testing, pushing our boundaries to find that freedom. Now slowly come back up, straighten the foot, turn the foot inward. Let's practice the same on the other side. This time with no much instruction. Open the left foot out, right foot slightly in. Only the instructions to go into the posture. Breathe in, raise your arms. Look to the left fingertip. Bend the left knee slowly, lowering the upper body. Trying to keep the spine straight. Just because you're bending the knee, sometimes the body can tilt forward. Make sure the spine is straight. Only the knee is bending. Check the toe position with reference to the knee and stay there. Now here, if some part is more comfortable or like the legs are comfortable, the arms are not so comfortable, adjust if needed. You can bring your palms in a namaste. Or if your arms are comfortable, the legs are more intense in sensation, straighten the knee a bit. So feel free to modify to find that relaxed breath. Full body awareness. Move your awareness through the body. And now you can slowly place the forearm on the thigh, raise the arm up, and take it overhead. If this works for you, keep it here. When you start observing your body, you will notice some people may have more tightness, because of which coming here will make it very difficult. So feel free to keep it open. Find that ease in the posture so that you only have to worry about gravity and what is acting externally. And that is where you're trying to overcome the challenge. Can you be active in the shoulder joints, the elbow joint, so that this palm is light? Can you be active in the hips, all the muscles of the legs, so that the intensity is not all on the front thigh, front leg? Sometimes just going to the breathing, feeling that as you breathe in, whole body is expanding. As you breathe out, all the clenching let go can also help. Now slowly breathing in, come back up, breathe out, relax, turn the foot inwards. We'll come out the way we went in. So you can step the feet forward or even move the heels, toes closer together little by little. Observe, see how you're feeling. Take your time to come back to Samasthiti. Now, the more and more we build that inner resilience to be okay with that little discomfort, that much quicker the body starts coming back to Samasthiti, even if you have moved away from it. So once you're feeling stable, relaxed, which means once you're not feeling the body much, whenever there's an external force acting, or maybe when there is some blockages in the body, is when we feel the body. The more we open up the body with the asana practice, the lesser you are aware of the solidity of the body. That is also an aspect of lightness setting in with the free flow of energy. So one dependency from outside is gravity. The other is just dependency on maybe some other part or different things. Now let's see with tree pose, what else is a dependency? Dependency of one part on another also is a dependency, because to be able to be stable, sometimes we need to press. Now with the Vrikshasana, tree pose, many times we take the foot, place it on the leg, the standing leg. Now here, if you're pressing the leg into the other leg, there is a dependency. To be in this pose, you are having that dependency. So even that, eventually we have to get over that and find the freedom in different parts. So now you can stand with the hands light by your side or on your waist. Let's see how independent we can be in both the legs first. So raise your knee, open the knee to the side, bring it on the inside of the thigh. Inside of the thigh, or sometimes depending on how strong the leg is, how open the joint is, your leg might come only till here. But still, can you stay there with a light touch against the leg, but not pressing into it, wherever it is, without using the hands? Now with placing the hands and pushing it in, it's easy, and initially it's okay to try that also. But where can you reach being independent in both the legs? And once you find the posture, try to bring your hands either in a namaste, open arms, wherever you feel supported. Just make sure you don't press against the knee. Now in this case, I wouldn't even say don't press against the knee, because your touch is light. You will not be damaging the knee joint. Most of the times we say either go above or below the knee, because there is automatically the pressing happening against the joint. How active can you stay? Can you even keep it midair without touching? Now move your attention through the upper body. Move your attention to your breathing. Maybe move your attention to the face muscles. Away from wherever you're feeling the intensity. If you're feeling it in the left hip, can you move to the right hip, the right thigh, the left calf, maybe the back muscles? It's more challenging this way, but with regular practice, you're building that freedom. Now slowly release the arms, release the legs. Take a moment. Let any discomfort dissolve. Let's try the same thing on the other side now. Active in the opposite leg, standing on that foot, actively raising. Now raise it. See how far it comes. You can even start here and open it out. See how far, how high you can raise. Now wherever it reaches, can you just place it lightly there? You are touching, but almost not touching. If you're not sure and if you think you're going to put pressure, keep it open. You're building strength, toning the muscles in this leg. Take your hand posture, or if you want to fully focus on the leg right now, don't worry about where your hands are. Move your awareness. Check if you're staying with your belly breathing. Reflect, keeping your attention within the body. What muscles can you make more active to stay here? Don't give too much attention to the discomfort. Mentally knowing that, yes, it's there, but that's fine. I give my attention to some other part. And slowly bring the arms down, bring the leg down. Take your time to come back to a state where you don't feel much in the body. You don't feel your body much. Either way, you can put it anyway. You can slowly come to a seated position. Like I said, today was not much of postures, but trying to understand how we get in and out of postures to find that freedom from all external influences. Now you can slowly lie down on your back. Notice with the whole body on the mat that there is more scope for gravity to act on the body, which is why it is more difficult to stay away from the effects of gravity when you are lying down. But still, we will try that. Feel the weight of your body on the mat and just move your awareness to all the muscles on the top half of the body, on the front of the legs, front of the thighs, the hip joints, the belly, the chest and rib cage, the front of the arms. When you do that, you will notice how you don't feel that same heaviness through the whole body. So as we include all the other parts in our awareness, we bring more activeness in those parts. So when we say activeness, many times we don't have to do much. We just have to become aware of those muscles. Your sharp awareness, becoming aware of all the little muscles, tissues, and that will reduce the intensity on some other part. Now bend your knees, bring your knees to the chest. Gently pressing, pulling your thighs closer to the belly, your knees closer to the chest. Roll on your side once, just to make sure there's no pinching, compression on the back. Come back to the center and bring your head towards the knees. Try to use different parts of the body. Even here, are you pressing into the knees? Can you move your awareness to the knee joints, the belly and the chest muscles? Move your awareness to the back muscles. It's not only your neck that is lifting. Use the shoulders, upper back. Active in the palms. And slowly rest your head down. Open your arms out at shoulder level. Let's go into a twist. As you breathe out, drop your legs to the left. Let the feet come down. It's okay if both the knees don't come down fully. Turn your head to look in the opposite direction. Now here again, you can observe. Can you apply the same principles? Wherever you're feeling gravity pulling the body close to the floor, move your awareness to the other parts to notice the lightness that you can feel. Your sharp awareness going to all the parts that are not touching the mat. You might be feeling more of a stretch on the outer hip of the top hip. Can you become more alive, more aware of the hip joint which is touching the floor? Even that makes a difference. That might be let go passively. So sometimes moving your attention to all the parts that are touching the floor also makes those active as well. Basically including every part in your awareness to feel the lightness or to not feel the body. Now breathing in, bring your knees and your head back to the center. Take a moment, and when you're ready, drop your legs to the other side. Take your time, turn your head in the opposite direction. There are two ways that you can hold postures, especially in postures where you're seated and lying down. One way is to intentionally let gravity act. And you just observe everything, remain aware of the whole body. And the other thing is to bring that little extra activeness. To move to the parts that are touching the mat. You will bring activeness in those muscles. You will start feeling a lightness. Move your awareness to the parts that are not touching the mat as well. See if there's any subtle difference in what's happening in the posture. And still, if there's discomfort, can you be okay with it for a while? Every posture is a combination of this. Full body awareness, making sure every part is contributing to reduce dependency on anything outside. And being equanimous to whatever discomfort might be there still, which will allow any internal blockages not to open up in the body and mind. Now slowly come back to the center. Place your palms on your knees, gently pulling your knees closer. You can bring your head to the knees. And then roll on your back side to side. Coming back to the center. Place your head down, stretch your legs up, move your point your fingers also up, the palms. Just move your fingers and toes. And now bend your knees, place the feet down, stretch the legs, take the arms overhead, give yourself a gentle stretch. And settle into Shavasana. Hands by the side of your body, feet apart. Allow the feet to fall to the side. Keep your hands at a distance where it's most comfortable for you. Now today, can you stay with that self-reflection, that activeness even in Shavasana? Many times I say, allow the body to feel heavier. But today we'll see how you can relax, heal, rejuvenate the body, even by remaining active and light. So you're not focused on letting it become heavy. Instead, focus on all the muscles. Move your awareness, scanning the whole body to feel lighter. Observing all the sensations on the back of your body, on the front of your body. Try to move your awareness even to the bone level, as if you're trying to observe, become aware of the bones and the joints. And all the internal organs as well. Relaxed awareness. Now it's not intense where you're like maybe serious, trying to force that awareness. So somewhere mentally there will be more contraction. So a very relaxed awareness of all the body parts, and see if you can still find that stillness, that silence. Becoming aware of all the parts, feeling the weightlessness, almost not feeling the body. Can you become aware of the space element within? Can you feel areas where it feels like there's space within the body? Can you feel that space throughout the body? That space element, that spaciousness, is a glimpse into who we are. That part of us which is becoming aware, which is the witness through all the practices, through everything we do in our life. The only constant, the spaciousness, can make you experience that aspect of who you are. And knowing that is true inner freedom. All our yoga practices should and will, with the right attitude and approach, lead us to that freedom from the solidity of this form, solidity of our thoughts, mind activity. Stay with that spaciousness. You can also call it stillness, silence. Just another minute or two. The more you become aware of all the body parts, even to the tiniest bit in the deepest corner, the more you become aware of this spaciousness. The more you start realizing that this body is not who you are. The mind and the thoughts are not who you are. You have this body and mind, but you are more than that. You are free, unlimited, unbounded. See if you can stay with that aspect of spaciousness within, that aspect of I that is observing, that is the witness of our life. Staying with that, you slowly come out of your Shavasana, becoming active in the body, moving all the fingers, toes, all the different parts. Take your time to give yourself a gentle stretch. Turning to your side, come back to a seated position. It's time to end our practice. Now, whatever we did on the mat, see if you can practice that even once you get off the mat. Seeing what are the external factors that are causing discomfort and how you can be free from them, how your inner state can still be free. Just becoming aware of the whole body and your breathing. That can be magic even in terms of other life situations and mental turbulence. With that, let us end our practice, bringing our palms together, taking a few moments to feel grateful for this opportunity to come on the mat for self-reflection, moving in the direction of understanding, experiencing who we are in essence. Let us wish that all beings get to that same state of freedom, liberation, knowing their true self. With compassion, think of each and every being in creation. We will end with Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, which is what that prayer means. May all find contentment, freedom. Take a breath in. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can rub your palms. Once you feel that heat, move it to your eyes. Move it to the whole body if you feel like it. And with your palms covering your eyes, slowly blink your eyes open, looking into your palm. Thank you very much. Take care and see you soon.